And welcome back. Hey, you know, on May the 4th, a community dialogue on the impact of homelessness will take place. Joining us with the preview, we have Hannah Wienerman and Teresa Yee. We welcome you guys to the show.
Thank you.
You've been dealing with the homeless community for a while. Tell us about it.
So we actually are here representing the Jewish Community Relations Council of New York. We have the Center for Community Leadership, where we have a fellowship called the We Are All New York Fellowship. And one of the things that we were really interested in this year was to explore affordable housing in a variety of facets. And one of the ways that we thought was really interesting was homelessness, because one of the main reasons for homelessness is actually the lack of affordable housing.
Right.
Exactly. So you guys have something coming up?
Yeah, our event is this Thursday at Acacia House Network.
Yes.
In the southern Bronx area. And it starts at 6 p.m. It's open to the community to come to talk about issues that they've had dealing with affordable housing. And we hope that it's a way for people to sort of like vent and share knowledge and share frustrations and feelings around it.
Yes. What do you guys get with that information? Do you take it to another level? Do you share it with the elected officials, or how does it get processed?
So we're hoping to have a bit of both. So we're having first a panel of experts to kind of talk about what they do. JCRC is not a direct service provider, so we really want to know what's happening on the ground. And then the community, we have dialogues around different topics within homelessness, mental health, how it impacts families, and hopefully that dialogue will spark either ideas for coalition or partnership, or also ways that we can bring it back to our elected officials and have a real conversation
and
about.
Get more people involved in what's going on.
Absolutely.
Create that awareness that, hey, there is some things that we can do, either rent stabilization or, to get them more involved in the process of affordable housing.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
I think awareness and education are the key to making real progress in the city and in this community. So we're really excited. It's unfortunate we have to have that conversation, but we're really excited that this presents a really unique opportunity to really interface with community, to get folks that don't necessarily talk to each other, get them out of their silos and interacting with one another.
How did you guys get involved in this?
You want to talk about how you got involved in the
Yeah,
fellowship?
how long has it been in effect?
So the fellowship started in November. And I think in our second meeting, we had to come up collectively with some issue in all 5 boroughs that we could basically do some action around it. And there's so many things you can pick, but housing seems to be the thing that connects to everything, because it's kind of like, it's such a basic need. And if you don't have housing, then how can you go to school? How can you, there's all this homeless youth and things like that. So that's how we came to affordable housing as our topic.
Do you target the homeless? There are a lot of people out there in a big city like this. There are a lot of people out there who really don't have a roof over their heads.
Absolutely. We definitely invite them into the conversation. I think that we really want different perspectives, and ranging all the way from landlords to folks that are struggling with homelessness. So I think that we want people there to just share. I think that the most important thing we as New Yorkers can do is just sit and interface with each other and be one and present with each other. So we invite really all community members to join this conversation. And just a note about the fellowship. So the We Are All New York Fellowship recruits about 35 leaders across New York City each year. We bring them together to do some professional development and networking. And we took this opportunity to, like Teresa said, really explore a topic that was really interesting to folks, but also really important to folks. I think we believe that all New Yorkers deserve secure and safe housing, and we hope that this is part of the conversation to get that going.
So what's going to look like that day at the event?
Yeah, so like Hannah mentioned, we're going to have panelists speak kind of about their own expertise on different parts of the impacts of homelessness. So the panelists will speak, and then we're going to break out and do smaller conversations with people that are attending. So it's you get some knowledge, and then you get time to process that.
And what do you want people to realize? What do you want them to know or take away from this?
It's a multifaceted issue. Housing affects everything. It affects your personal well-being. It affects your mental health. It affects your family. It affects the community that you live in. If you have housing and homelessness still affects you, lack of affordable housing in the city still affects you. So I think it is really something that all New Yorkers feel very strongly about. Definitely when Teresa said, when the fellows were thinking about what was the issue they wanted to explore this year, the first thing was housing, and a lot of variants of housing. So
And how did you guys come together?
Teresa applied for our fellowship, and we saw something really great in her, and we wanted to recruit her. So she's actually ending her fellowship in June, which we're really sad. But it's been a really unique opportunity to get to know her. And she's
Well,
awesome.
she'll be around. Yeah, you're going to come back and contribute more, right? You're never going to
Yeah, for
just
sure.
completely say bye.
No. I think like, the greatest thing about the fellowship, I think, is that it's so easy to complain and see things that frustrate you and feel so like, what can I do? But like our event this Thursday that we organized, like that's something we can do.
Yeah.
Have a conversation, talk to people like, you're going through this, I'm going through this too. What can we do to get out of this? What have you done that works? That's so much power. So no, I'm not going anywhere.
So in your next endeavor, how do you use this? How do you use something like this?
That's a good question. I mean, probably like one step at a time. I'm not one to, I don't have these like lofty goals and things like that. I think it's more just, this is something I knew I can do, so I did it, and continue that formula forward, I guess.
All right, so how do more people get involved? You just came through the program. When is your last day?
Well,
Should we throw a big party for her or what?
We are actually on June 28th.
Did I open up a can of worms?
So the fellowship, it's a year-long process. So we actually start recruitment in the next few weeks. So if you're interested, feel free to check out JCRC-NY.org.
How do you qualify? What do you need?
You need to be an active leader in New York City that is committed to engaging with others, to growing professionally, personally, networking, really building bridges and building partnerships in your local community. And we're really excited to have everyone.
And where can we go for more information on this?
Like I said, the JCRC website, www.jcrcny.org.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank
Give them
you.
a big round of applause, everybody.
Thank you.
All right. Hannah Wienerman, Program Director, Center for Community Leadership at JCRC-NY. And my girl, Teresa Yee.
I'll
She
take
did a
it.
fellowship. Thank you so much. And she's with, of course, JCRC-NY too. Thank you guys for coming by, and
for having
always
us.
come by and share more, okay? You're
Thank
always
you.
welcome.
We will. Thank you.
All right, we got to
Thank
take
you.
a quick break right here, but don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more Open.